Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, girls and boys and girls. Welcome back to our channel, Inspirational Minutes with David. We're gonna have some inspiring moments, some inspiring time and minutes of conversation today with the things that I have talked about and seen and studied and also have read and by fake news and fake television. We're gonna talk about it all today. Our subject today. See, there was a push. There were a push by the president. A big push. It was a big push. It forced me to talk about this subject again. It was a big push today. So we're gonna talk about that today. And the subject title of our conversation today is the big push. Warning. Warning. Warning, the big push. We're gonna get it right on there. We're gonna drop that right off the muscle. We're gonna drop a bomb right off the muscle. And we're getting it in today. It's crazy, man, when you think about it. That they say, it was this old saying. They say that if you want to make somebody believe anything, put it on television. I heard that before. But here's the deal. Here is the deal. Until you calm down. Listen. Until you make the unconscious. Until you make the unconscious conscious. Let me say that again for the ones in the back. The ones in the back, do you hear? Do you hear? Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life. And you will call it fate. Welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the subscribe button if you made it this far in our video in the beginning. We're going to knock that on now. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notifications that let you know when we have inspirational minutes with David. Also, hit the like button. Help the channel to grow. Are you ready? Are you ready to talk about some things? The big push. Have you not heard of it? You didn't hear about the president Biden talk about the big push, the big push, the big push. Talking about that it would be mandated. Then we're gonna today in our inspirational minutes with David. Today we're gonna talk about the word mandate and what it means. We're gonna talk about a lot of things today, but talking about putting people out of work, putting people who don't even want to get it, that they would be out of work. They also, he also talked about mandating when you go to like concerts or movies or restaurants that if you don't show that you have had it or if you don't have your V card, that you will not be let in. See, I talked about this about a year ago. I guess everybody thought it was just fake news. I guess you thought that, what we talked about and what we have researched, that it was all just a farce. That it was all fake. Like you watch on TV, fake news, fake social media, television. No, it's not fake. You see, liberty and anarchy go hand in hand. Liberty and government cannot coexist, as government is against liberty. Liberty, that what government is against. No matter how much they try to convince you otherwise, They are not here to protect liberty. They're not here to protect liberty. No, that's not their job. They're not here to protect liberty. They're here to remove it. And if you don't take the mud off your eyes, if you don't see what the hell is going on and what's been going on for the last 20, 21 months, it's been going on more than that, but it's been going on right before our eyes. Right before our eyes. See, let me explain. Let me explain to you. In order for government to exist, they must, by very definition and nature, prevent liberty, to prevent your freedom, your natural freedom, your freedom to consent what you want done with your property, which is your body. The more powerful government becomes, the less freedom remains. And vice versa. The more liberties people have, the less power and the reason there is for government. Govern. The word govern means to control. Your mental. To government, your mental. Do you not see it? Do you not understand now? They are opposing forces. Government and liberty, government and freedom. They don't want freedom. They want to take away our freedom. Now, let's take a look at the definitions. Liberty is a noun. It means the condition of being free from confinement, servitude, or forced labor. Noun, the condition of being free from oppressive restriction or controlled by government or other power. Government, the act or process of governing, especially the control and administration of policy, public policy, in a political unit. Noun, the office, function, or authority of a governed individual or body. The moment anyone allows someone else to protect their freedoms, their inherited, born freedoms, their liberty, they have essentially given it away completely. You see, there's no levels of freedom. There are no levels of freedom or liberty. You either have it or you don't. So you can't give some of it away. It's all or it's freaking nothing. You can't give some of your freedom away and say, okay, I'm still free. No, you'll get, because when you give it away, you're gonna give it all or you're gonna not give it at all. It's all or nothing. So how does anarchy fit into all of this? Well, let's start by checking the definition. Anarchy. Here we go. Noun, absence of government. Noun, a utopian society of individuals who enjoy complete freedom, without government. Now, absence or denial of any authority or established order. You see? Do you see now? Anarchy is simply a system of living with complete liberty, with complete freedom, with complete freedom. What you were born with, your natural right, your God-given right to be free. You see, the reason governments and authorities associate anarchy with chaos is because if it was ever allowed, they would cease. They would cease to ever exist. It's not chaos. Listen, people. It's not chaos for you. It's not chaos for you. It's not chaos for us. It's chaos for them. So yes, They're going to put out all the fake news. They're going to put out all the things. They're going to put that out. It's for them to stay in control. Okay? You have to realize that so much stuff is going down. And so much stuff is going down that you're not even aware of. You're not even cognizant of. Let me get some information for you. They said, too inspired to stay asleep. To stay asleep. Too woke to never dream. Too crazy to go insane. Too strange to be explained. Too focused to play their games. Too much heart for just a brain. Too evolved to never change. Too stubborn to stay the same. Too big to act tiny. Too humble to get cocky. Too much like my parents to forget what they had taught me. Too priceless to be freaking bought. Too worth to be sold. Too refined to remain rusted. Too platinum to stay gold. Too curious not to wonder. Too naive to not believe. Too wise to live an effing lie. Too alive to never die. You see, they talk about the occult. The occult is to know. It's hidden knowledge. Gnos. They call it Gnos. Gnosis. It means knowledge. Gnos. Gnostic. Inversion. Inside out. Magic equal spells. Now those in power for 1,000 years have studied not worship the occult. The occult. You have been led to believe they worship, but what they're doing, they don't. It's called learning. The true meaning of an occult is to know. Has nothing to do with Satan. Has nothing to do with Satan worship. Yet, to be directly linked to it for a purpose to keep you away from it. The truth is always in plain sight, but to keep you away from the truth, knowledge equals power. They gave us religion via scriptures. 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 While having us on our knees praying to false deities and idols. They have ruled us by using knowledge, the occult. They have inverted means inside out, good and evil, having us believe religion is good, the occult is evil. So by nature, stay away from it. They don't want you to know. See, they don't want you to know the tricks that they have put before us. Yet all throughout his story, good religion has been nothing but hatred, division, war, murder, blood, shed so much more. Even in the, they say before, basic instruction before leaving earth. Even in the Bible, God has killed 2.5 million people. Gnostics are the original Christians, they say, who learned and studied of this power, yet the church has deemed Gnostics knowledge as evil. Or those who teach Christianity in churches indulge in all kind of blood worship stuff. And so much more, and all in the name of God. All in the name of God, give to us by them. See, I talk about this because if they, the ones in power, can fool us with that type of information, they can fool you with all type of information. They can make a push to change your life even more. Have you ever wondered why a handful of those elite have managed to rule billions, I say with the B, billions, yet the almighty religious God has been powerless since he was made up? See, there's a most high. There is an infinite, intelligent consciousness, energy. I truly believe it. But the people who run the world, they put things out there. They teach you how to be you. So they come up with all of these things. They come up with pandemics. They come up with the V's. They come up with all that just to keep you stuck on stupid while they're controlling the whole world. Use your brains. Think sometimes. You see, words are powerful magic. They use words to put us in a trance. Why do you think all the new readers read from the same script? Why? Why is that? Question that. They're causing and they're casting spells designed to keep us in a zombie-like state. To fill our minds with chaos and confusion. To fill our minds up with chaos and confusion. Why do you think that the basic instruction before leaving Earth book was written in riddles? So if you truly want to find the path of enlightenment, stop praying. Stop praying for things to get better, but make it better. Get off your knees and start searching for knowledge. Start evolving. Stop believing in all this BS. The great push. Would you be out of a job? Would you? Now, if anyone comes back and say, hey, I don't believe it, do your research. That's not on me. That is not on me. That's on you. Do your research. The great push is among us. Listen, when I see it coming from a childhood friend, someone I used to work with, or someone I met at a public place somewhere, I can almost stomach it. I know they're just normal people. You know, people who watch Fox News, television, or CNN, get drunk and party on the weekends, hope that their teams make it to the Super Bowl, and vote between wealthy pedophiles for the president. I get it, but golly, it just blows my freaking mind. It blows my mind when I see people with 100 plus mutual friends from the truth movement on here pushing face pantry, fear porn. See, they pushing fear porn. I talked about that a few videos ago. Fear porn. In case you haven't been paying attention, they finally announced that asymptomatic carriers don't spread it. They don't spread. Asymptomatic carriers don't spread it. So it's all for nothing. Not to mention the rate of it, the survival rate of it, huh? Yeah, it's that point. Yes, it's that. 99 ways. It's that. And not only does wearing a mask pose serious health risk. But studies have shown it don't even work. It don't even work in the first place. Thank me later. See, we're going through some serious times here. They're making a push. And they're making a push for people to get it. I haven't forgot about it. I raised off of it for a few weeks. But you have to understand and understand. There's a war going on. There's a war for your mind. That's what's going on. There is a war. There's a freaking war just for your mind. Psychological warfare. Psychological warfare has been waged against America for much of the century. This war for the mind of the public has been facilitated by the emergence of mass media and the transformation of American education by behavioral psychologists. In the book 1984, George Orwell, he warned that people were in danger of losing their human qualities and freedom of mind without being aware of it, while it was happening because of psychological, emotional, and intellectual manipulation, mind control. The most effective way to protect yourself from subconscious manipulation is by being aware of how it works. What the conscious mind believes, the subconscious act on it. Again, what the conscious mind believes, the subconscious mind acts on it. It works like programming a freaking computer. Information is fed into the computer, and the computer acts on it. Hence, however, if the information fed into the computer is wrong, if it's bad information is power, we know this. And now, if the information that was fed into the computer was wrong, bad information, guess what? It still acts on it. Now, if a person believes something that is not true, the memory banks of the subconscious mind do not correct the error, but it acts on it. The theory of cognitive dissonance holds that the mind automatically and involuntarily rejects information not in line with the previously accepted thoughts and beliefs. Don't believe me? Check it out yourself. Study, evolve. Many of the things that people believe are never questioned. They just dry believe it. They don't even question things anymore. We just believe it. We just believe what's given to us. We believe what's on the news. We believe what's on the programs. We are indoctrinated. We are indoctrinated big time. I've never seen it before happen in my life until now. The great push is among us. Many of the things that people believe are never, ever questioned, especially when the information has come from a reliable source. It becomes easy to lose sight of why people believe some of the things that they do. You see, the definition of mandatory, straight from the Black Law's Legalist Library. Legalist is an illegitimate authority and man's law, entrapment language that they created to entrap and coerce you into verbal and written contracts. I mean, for real. Look it up. Look up the word. I spell it out for you so you can look it up. Legalese. Okay? Now, mandates, like I told you before, mandates, which things are being pushed. See, the mandates are being pushed. But let's talk about the definition of a mandate. See, a mandate, they're not laws. Stop asking for permission. Just do it like Nike. Don't ask for it, just do it. You wear tennis shoes, just do it. Because a mandate is not a law. And stop asking for freaking permission to do what you need to do. No one has authority over your being. No one. No one has authority over your being. You see, I knew when I was young. I was a young lad. You know, with me being the black sheep, with me being the black sheep of the family, growing up surrounded by, narcissists, people who thought they knew it all but didn't know a damn thing, and feeling like I never belonged. You know, about 15 years ago, I figured out what all that meant. And it led me through everything in my life until this day. It was all for a purpose. So, if you're new to this, if you're new to evolving, if you're new to your path of awakening, if you're new to this and going through a transition and journey, keep going. And please, don't never look back, because you are not alone. There's many of us with you on this journey. We are awakening. We have come from a deep slumber. We are totally alive. We are awakened. We see through our third eye now. Our third eye is clearly awakened. This is your blessing, your purpose. This is your calling. You see, all my life, I used to get in trouble all the time. When I was young, I stayed in trouble. I stayed in trouble with authority because I had a problem with authority. Still trying to figure out what authority these people are talking about. I never voted, signed up, or submitted, or committed to any of this stuff. Almost any of this I never signed up for it. How can one possibly have a problem with something that never existed? And I'm going to end my talk. Hit the subscribe button. But I have a few questions to ask. Dear Nated humans, do the V project or protect you from catching the V? Question mark. Can you catch and transmit the V? Question mark. Do you know the long-term effects? Question mark. Is your V protects you? And why would you need others to be V'd? Why? Question, why? If it protects you, why the hell do you need others? Why the hell you need others to be V'd? What about the natural immunity due to heaven certification of VID? What type of mental illness do you have that makes you think that healthy unV'd people are carrying a V? That V'd people can also make you scared of unV'd people? Question mark. The great pushers among us. Just some simple questions. Just some simple questions I would like to know. The great push is among us. What are you going to do? I know what I'm doing. If I live out this land, I live off the land. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button if you made it this far in this video. And yes, I am a believer. I believe there's something more powerful than me. Just have to let you know that at the end, you question me, question yourself, start evolving. I'm on the track to evolve myself. I love you. I love you in truth, because I love me in truth. So, if I love me, then I love you. And if you love you in return, you will love. You will love. You will love. You will love me. Thank you for watching our video, Inspirational Minutes with David. Continue to smile. Pursue happiness. Plan a brilliant future for you and yours. Believe in everyday miracles. Seek advice often. Do what you think is right. Live out. But live out bold. Live out bold. Be bold. And live out bold. And don't ever, never, ever give up. Ever, never give up on yourself. Peace.